Any compile error in this program? Okay, required this one. Okay, read this. The main purpose of super keyword is to different class members, subclass members. If both have super dot is used for accessing variables and methods from current digit by using this keyword. Using super keyword, we can access both static, non-static variables and methods in subclass because static members can be accessed by using referenced variables. But the rule is we can access them only in non-static members because super keyword is not allowed in static members. Why not allowed? Because super keyword should use this keyword internally. This keyword will not be available in static members. We use super keyword explicitly to access super class members in subclass only if the member is hidden by class members with the same name. Okay. And now look at there. Are there any compiled errors here? So is there any compiled error? Yes, 3 compiled errors. Because the variable you are accessing non-static variable, super.x, super keyword you are using under static context, static block, static method, it leads to compiled error. Okay. Next, rule on super keyword. We cannot use super keyword inside static context. Compiler will throw error because super keyword is meant for accessing the super class members from the current object that is pointing by this keyword. Because this keyword is not available in the static members, we cannot use super keyword. So super keyword is also not a static members. We cannot access super keyword in static members by using. But by using super keyword, we can access static members. Okay. Find out compiled errors in this program. M1 method, super.a. M1 you are accessing in static keyword. Inside static method, super.a, super.x not allowed. Inside non-static method, super.a, super.x allowed. So this is wrong, this is right. Okay. So this is the story about super keyword related all points. And now try to understand the differences between super parenthesis and super. Super parenthesis, it is used for super class. It is usually super class variables and it is allowed only in subclass constructor as a first statement. Super dot is all non-static members anywhere as a first statement, second statement, last statement. But very important in constructor, it is allowed only as a second statement, not allowed as a first statement. Why? It is not allowed as a first statement. Why? Because in constructor parenthesis must be the first statement, na? Right. Next, Super parameter is placed by compiler automatically inside constructor. If need, programmer also can place. Super dot, it should be placed by programmer only. Compiler will not place. Compiler will place this dot. Super parenthesis cannot be placed multiple. We cannot place multiple super parentheses. We can place only multiple super dots. We can place multiple dots. This next, this and super. What is the difference when this and super? This is used for accessing current class members. Super is used for accessing super class members in subclass. This is a type current class. Use we can access both subclass and super class members. It is super class type. Using super, we can only super class member access subclass members. Compiler through error. It will store current object reference. It will pointing to current class memory. It will also store current object reference, but it will pointing to super class memory. Take screenshot. Next, we cannot display. We can display. We as an argument from a method. I told you super physical. So we cannot say as a method argument. We cannot return from a method. A variable like this doesn't have physical memory. Doesn't contain a. We can use typecasting. We can typecast this to sub from superclass to sub. We can typecast or subclass or a type. We can typecast. For example, if we try compiler, we can access this directly by its name using class name also. Default methods of interface. Okay, take screenshot now. Okay, hope all people understand. Okay, now I want to ask you one question. Let's see how many can answer it. Look at this diagram. Can you understand something? Inside a non-static method, how many referenced variables we can have? Inside a non-static, implicitly two referenced variables are available. This and super. We also can create our own referenced variables, right? A class referenceable, B class referenced variables also we can create. Assume that it is a M1 method. Inside M1 method, implicitly two reference variables are available, this and super. Hey, are all the people This and super are variables or objects. They are implicit variables or implicit objects. This and super are implicit objects or implicit referenced variables. Can you please answer? Okay, until you answer, I will not go. I will also wait. Like you, I will also. I given two options. Per are implicit objects or implicit variables. Until you are not giving answer, I will also not go to next topic. I will wait. Take your own time. 1 hour or 2 hours or 10 hours, your wish. This and super are dash implicit objects, implicit referenced variables. Okay. Some students are feeling they are implicit objects. Array object means this circle should create with knots, right? Is this an object? It is just pointing to object using which we call method. Super is pointing to an object using which we call method. So this and super variables, they are not objects. So there is a wrong thought in people's mind. Some feeling that this and super as objects, that is a statement. Like this, I can create subclass variable B1. Like super, I can create my own my superclass variable A1. Okay. Then tell me, if I create a variable B1, A, this and super, okay, assume this way is 10, 10, contain 10, 10. This also contain 10, 10. Super also contain 10, 10. And tell me, as part of project, as part of inheritance, totally how many classes you are creating? 3 classes you are creating: super class, subclass, and user class. Either in subclass or in super class or in user class, B1 variable type is fixed B. A1 variable type is fixed. Is type and super type fixed or changing? When I ask the question expecting you to answer, because the topic is topic. If you answer, then only you will understand. So when I'm asking question, reply. If you don't reply, I will not be repeating once again. You are giving wrong answer, I least bother. Okay, I want answer. Right or wrong problem. I want you. B1 type is fixed B. A1 type is fixed A, because you explicitly declaring them. This variable type and super variable type fixed or changing. This is current class. Super variable type is current class, super class. Tell me, if I write this keyword in class A, variable, this variable type is, this variable type is, if I write super keyword in class A, super keyword type is, class A superclass is what? Object. This variable type is a super variable type object. Tell me, if I write this keyword inside the class B, then what the type of this super keyword type? Super keyword type A, right? Tell me, in java.lang.object class, this keyword type, super keyword type, super keyword type object. Yeah. What is the super class of super? Super class of object. What is the super class of object? Lang. Abbo. Talented people ga. Lang is a package, right? Tumri fellow. Class of object. For class for object. Super class. Because there is no super class to object class. In java.lang.object class, do you have super keyword? No. And tell me, which class doesn't contain super all and super dot object class? In it, class, B, A1 type, A, this type, this type test, super type, test super. Okay, na? First thought, all you people got an idea? B1, AA1, current super class, super. Okay, now I have a question. All you people answer. In a test class, B1 dots X value reading from which class? B class. In a test class, A1 dot X, read which class? A class. In super class, B1 dot which class? B class. A1 dot X, read which class? A class. In subclass, B1 dot X, read which class? B class. A1 dot X, read which class? A class. That means A1 dot anywhere fixed, same class, B class, A class. Then next, this and super. Okay, tell me. This dot X in a test class refers to which class? This dot X, if I write in test class, X variable access from which class? In a test class, X variable is available? No matter. In test class, if I write super dot X, which class it is searching? Test super class. In ours, do you have X variable? No, we'll get a complete error. Okay, next. In a super class dot X, then X variable searching in super class. If available, okay, otherwise throwing error. Super dot X, if you write in a super class, I have written super dot X. Then searching for X variable in super class, super class. Which is a super class of an object class not available, you will get compiled time error. Next, if I write this dot X in subclass, searching for X variable in subclass. If I write super dot X in subclass, searching for X variable in superclass. This idea, if you have, then understanding, answering any question will be damn easy. Okay, shall I ask question? Final question. This is a compulsory asking entry question nowadays. How can we differentiate superclass variables from subclass variables if both have same name? Everyone answer. How can we differentiate or can we access superclass variable differentiating from subclass variable when both have same name? By using super keyword. Excellent, 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 wonderful. This answer, LKG Bacha also can answer. Not you. BTech not required. HK product not required. HK product knowledge, this much depth analyzation not required. Bacha, LKG Bacha also can answer. To access super class members, we must use super keyword. Now, interviewer will ask a different question like this. How can we differentiate super class members from subclass members in test class? How can we differentiate super class members from subclass members in a test class? Think. In a test class, can I write super dot? In a test class, if I write super dot, it refers to whom? Test to super class. But we want access from class A. Okay, understand my question? How can we differentiate Superclass members from subclass members in a test class. In a test class, I cannot use this, I cannot use super. Array, super is nothing but A1 only, na? A1, super dot x refers to A class. A dot x also refers to A class. What do you say? If you want to differentiate superclass members from subclass members in a subclass, you have to write super dot. If you want to differentiate superclass members from subclass members in a test class, you cannot use super, you have to use superclass name A1 dot. So, interview will ask a question, how can we differentiate superclass members from subclass members in test class? You must answer by using superclass referenced variable. Okay, na? Point you remember. Okay, now let's me move to the next point. Look at this diagram. Can you understand something here? I want you to write this diagram completely. Write down this program as it is. Subclass object structure with B1 dot, A1 dot, and super dot. Guys, completed? Huh? Right. What did you understand in this program? In a test class, B1, A1 pointing to B class, A class. In a non-static method M2, we have this and super. In B class, this pointing to B class, super pointing to A class. In A class, this and super, this pointing to A class, super pointing to object class. In object class, hello, are you typing object class in your system? No, whatever the blue color I have given, this is all done by internally JVM, right? Only red color thing you have to do that. Blue color, internally JVM will do. So inside the object class to string method implicitly method, it contain only this keyword pointing to object. Okay. So if you understand these references and their pointing, then which line is right and wrong, you can easily identify. Tell me B1 allowed, B1 dot x, search in the B class, not available, A class available. B1 dot y, no problem. A1 dot x, search in A class. A1 dot y, search in A class, not available. So compile throw error at A1 dot y. Now B1 dot to string method. Now search for to string method in B class, not available, A class, not available, object class available. B1 dot M1 method. Search for M1 method in B class, not available, A class available. In A class, now M1 method contain this dot x. Search for x variable in A class, available. Super dot x not available, compile throw error. B1 dot M2 method. Search for M2 method in B class, available. This dot x. Search for x variable in B class, not available, A class available. Super dot x, super class available. This dot y available. Super dot y, super class x not available. So like this, easily you can identify what is compile time error, what is runtime error, what is the output. Okay. Hope you all understand. So this is the complete story about subclass object structure with the B1, A1, this and different variables. So successfully we have completed inheritance all points in depth. Nothing is left. Yeah, one is left, that is types of inheritances. Types of inheritances you need to understand with the class and interface both. After abstraction completed, we will discuss about types of inheritances. Erabuji? So can I believe that all the people are practiced inheritance chapter fully? Inheritance chapter is the middle chapter. Inheritance chapter is the middle chapter. Okay, if you practice inheritance chapter, already completed syllabus will be revised and coming syllabus you can easily understand. So I hope you don't ignoring. So now we are going for polymorphism. So wait for 5 minutes. Wait for 5 minutes, I'll start polymorphism. Right. So there is a beautiful question asking, where are you, sir? Where are you, man? Now today we'll start understanding polymorphism, okay? So these are the topics you have to understand. What is polymorphism? What the use of polymorphism? Real world and real life examples. How can we develop polymorphism in Java? What is method hiding, method overriding, method overloading? Execution flow of method hiding, method overriding, method overloading. Then types of polymorphisms. Identifying the method call comes under compile time polymorphism or runtime polymorphism. So these 8 topics comes under what you call polymorphism. And I can also add one more statement. What is that? Interview and OCJD. Okay, Oracle certified Java developer. OCP, OCA, OCP exams gone. There is no OCA exam, associate exam. There is no professional programmer exam. We have only one exam nowadays. Oracle certified Java developer exam. Interview and OCJD bits. You have to practice. Okay. OCJD. OCJD stands for Oracle Certified Java Developer. Okay, fine. Now let's start the topic. So tell me, what is polymorphism? Polymorphism is the one of the WOOP principles. Okay, polymorphism is one of the WOOP principles. Using polymorphism, we can provide multiple capabilities to same object for the same behavior. Repeating again, using polymorphism, we can provide multiple behaviors to the same object operation. Now, for example, let me take you as an example. Now, if I take a class, okay, you will be happy. If I'm not taking class, you are getting angry. Based on the given input, you are exhibiting. Based on the given input, you are exhibiting different behaviors. Okay, right. Class is there, happy. Class is not there, not happy. Okay, in class, if I don't ask any questions, happy. If I ask questions, sad. If you giving right answers, I will praise, happy. If you give wrong answer, I will scold, okay, crying. So what is polymorphism? Polymorphism is one of the WOOP principles. Using polymorphism, we will provide what you call multiple behaviors to the same operation. One object, one operation, different behaviors can be exhibited. So let me take some other examples. Okay, polymorphism providing multiple implementations to same method. In inheritance, we are working with subclasses. In encapsulation, we are working with variables. In polymorphism, we are working with methods. Okay, right. And look at that. I am taking some examples here. Now your reaction changing. Okay, for example, now you are going on the road with your vehicle. Okay, let's say you are taking car and going on the car. Now in car, now you're going on car. In car, now you are going to in a traffic. Suddenly you apply the brake. Then backside some vehicle come and hit your vehicle. Then you are getting angry or not? Yes or no? You are getting angry or not? Then you get on from the car going backside. You are seeing a person is with a big motor wala. Then what will you do? Shout at him? Will you beat him? No, you will smile. Are you catching my point? You will smile, and you will start requesting him, sir, you have to apply brake now, sir, you should take care now, like that you are requesting him. Correct? Now the person who is seen that hit your vehicle is a thin person than you. What will you do? You will first talk, or first you beat? First you will beat and then talk. Same person, same reaction based on the input. Okay, given input, based on the input you are exhibiting react. That means how many implementations to this react method there in your brain? Two implementations are there. Okay, one is quiet implementation, number two angry implementation, right? Next, tell me. Now I want to take another operation called visit. You are visiting different places. Now you go to your hometown. I mean, you are come to the class. You are behave like a student. Okay, let me take as an example. Now I am teaching the Java. I'll behave like a faculty. Now I am sitting in the class and listening to one person. Then I'll behave like a student. Now I go to my company. I'll behave like a developer. Now I am going to my hometown. Can I teach to my mother Java? Mommy, today I'm going to teach you polymorphism and all. Can I talk? No, na? Right? I'll behave like a son. Now, if you go to my, what do you call, my son, I'll behave like a father. So based on the situation based on the person I am visiting, now I am changing my behavior. So this visit operation has different implementations. Already catching my point? All right. So this concept is nothing but what, Nana? Polymorphism. Okay, and now let me take another example, news. Okay, there are two types of news are there, good news and bad news. Now I have given you good news, then what feelings you will exhibit? Happy feelings. Okay, bad news. Okay, bad news is coming to you, what feeling exhibit? Sad. For example, you propose love, then good news, happy feeling, smiling. You propose to your lover, okay, he or she reject, then yes or no? Crying, suicide feeling will come na. If your lover rejected you, you break up because of some breakup happen, then what happen? You will committing suicide? No, don't commit suicide, nana. Okay, when your lover break up, you'll feel too hurted, you will feel too you'll feel crying. Just sit silently and keep cry. Okay, and don't sit in the room. Okay, don't be there in the alone. Try to mix with the people. Okay, go to your parents or go to your brother, sister, or go to your friend circle. You inside hurting like anything. Okay, your heart will be breaking like anything. Okay, volcano is blast in your heart. Let it blast. Okay, but don't be alone. And if you be alone, you will get a feeling that committing suicide. Okay, 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day, maximum 1 week, 7 days. Too much and maximum 21 days. You know, if you want change from one state to another state, it takes 21 days, at maximum 45 days. You have to give time to your heart, minimum 21 days, maximum 45 days to change. So this 21 days or 45 days, if you hold that feeling, if you hold that not taking any serious decisions, definitely you can move in your life for other stages. Are you catching my point? And my request is never ever love anyone seriously. Okay, nowadays there is no seriousness in the love, just a temporary needs. For temporary needs only love is there. Okay, there is no seriousness, there is no, you know, what I can say, heartfelt love is not there. Okay, if you do one activity against them which they don't like, enough, breakup will happen. As long as you are doing what they like, as long as you never shout at them, as long as you know, you are bend to them, I can say, as long as you bend to them, as long as you have only smile face at them, oh, your relation will be wonderful. At least one time, just one time you shout at them, at least one time show your anger face, you do what they don't like, enough, break up. Okay na? So 100 times you do what they like, one time you do what they don't like, okay, you will get breakup. That is how now the society is there, full of expectations. That's why what my request is, never ever, sincerely never love. Okay na? Never ever love anyone sincerely. Just because you need somebody, then just be with them. As long as breakup not happen, continue. If a breakup happen, okay, chalo, find some other person. There are so many people are waiting, because we are private employees, not government employees na. Catching my point? Love is a private employee, right? Marriage is a government employee. Okay, once you married, you cannot go anywhere, you stick. So as long as you're not married, as long as you are in a, what do you call, love, temporary love, I'm telling love means temporary. Okay, so if you are really sincere love, first you should love, what do you call, the the negative side of the person. If you love the negative side of the person, if you love the anger of the person, that is the love. Are you catching my point? If the person is angry at you, still you are loving, still you are finding, okay, why that person is angry at me, what is meaning, what I am not doing what they like. If you find and continue, that is called real love. Are you catching my point? So never, if you really wanted to fall in love, you want to continue love, then make it permanent, don't make it temporary. Okay, fine. So now come back. You fall in love, you proposed, somebody accepted, happy moment, and somebody rejected, sad moment. Sad moment, don't take it to committing suicide level, okay? Okay, now don't come to committing suicide level. Be there, move on in the life, and find somebody who is better than that person. Always God will give you best. Remember, you are not having that patience to get that best into your life. Okay, if somebody come to you and going, means he is not yours or she is not yours, they are temporary. So your best is waiting for you. Okay, so you have to wait for your best. So just move on. Okay, if somebody coming and going, just move on. If they're temporary, like flowers or leaves to the tree, the root and branches are fixed. The flowers and what you call fruits and everything is coming and going. Just move on. Okay, just move on. Just remember this statement. Whenever you fail in your, whenever you break up or whenever you fail, that is a temporary. Best is waiting for you. Just move on. And now these are the real life examples. Okay, now come to technical examples. Look at there. Now I'm taking a class called area. Okay, this class contains a method called area. Now tell me, the logic of area is changing from one type of shape to another type of shape. No? Shape, method, area have different implementations. Providing different implementation to this method is nothing but what? Polymorphism. Shape contain method, area, rectangle shape, one implementation there, square shape, another implementation there. So defining a method in super class and providing different implementation according to subclass requirement, this is nothing but what we call, this concept is nothing but what? Polymorphism. Yeah, you have to give real-time example first. Totally 2 examples you must give. Number 1, real-time example, and then business example. Real-time example for understanding concept, and business example for understanding implementation. Okay, tell me now. I am taking animal eat method. Then this animal eat method contains, lion will have one type of eating, rabbit is having another type of eating. So tell me, eat, lion non-veg, eat rabbit veg. So tell me different types of logics we have. So again, this is also what? Polymorphism. So polymorphism is nothing but providing different implementations based on the subtype and based on the arguments. What is polymorphism? Providing multiple implementations to the same operation based on subtype